Hi, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to my show. Guess who I got with me today? What up,
Hi,
V?
Sharrell.
What up, V? I'm so
Hey,
glad that
Sharrell.
you came on with me because everybody know you speak your mind and you got some things to say. You got some hot topics you want to talk about. She only comes on when she really wants to talk about something. Most of the time, that's how I can tell if it's good hot topics or not. If you say, "Hey, can I come on so I can talk about it?" I go, "Yeah, that must be some good subjects." You don't even
Well,
waste your time with me when it's a slow day and it's not worth talking about. Look at everybody in the chat shouting you out. That's so sweet. All
that's
right.
so sweet.
Yeah, someone called you Miss V. I love that.
That's
Oh,
cute.
thank you, Martins. All right. This is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about why Kim Zolciak's, why Kroy's family hate Kim and will never talk to her. Okay, that's a deep subject right there. They've got some legit,
Yeah.
maybe legit reasons.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk, yeah, because I told you, you think they're pretty legit reasons.
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about the low ratings on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I told you guys yesterday, it's a wrap. Okay. Then we're going to talk about Joseline Hernandez going on Drink Champs and talking about why she lost custody of her daughter, Bella Bonabelli. I got to get the child's name. It's really cute. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Kim K doing an interview in which I actually felt sorry for Kim. Just talking
Come on.
about, I know, I feel sorry for Kim. I don't. She was just talking about what it was like to be married to Kanye West. Okay. And what else do we have here? If I have time, I'm going to talk about uh, Jay-Z's alleged son, the 30-year-old that just can't get a clue that is not your dad, taking his, like, they've been in court 10 years over this, 10 years. And he still wants the world to know that Jay-Z's his biological father, but your mom wrote somebody else's name on the birth certificate, okay? Now I'm just saying. So if I have time, we'll get to that.
Stop
Bonnie
wasting everybody's time.
Bella. Bonnie Bella. Um, let's start out with the small story. I consider it the small story. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Child, a mess. Okay, we touched over this yesterday, but today the ratings came out again. It's not looking good. Those ratings are at a all-time low. It
Mm.
was, yeah, an all-time record breaking. Let me see if I could head over to Deets and bring it up. A record breaking all-time low. That's all 15 seasons. The day before last night's episode was the absolute lowest. I told you I was underwhelmed. I didn't give a damn about it anymore. It's terrible. It's actually, and I'm not okay.
Well,
Let me go ahead. V.
to be honest with you, none of them have really have a storyline. None of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Just saying.
You're well, okay. So let me put up the ratings right here that I got from TVDs. What did I do with it? Here we go. He said, "Ooh, I said 750,000. I was doing them a favor. It's lower than that, 738,000. I mean, I told you guys they like it to be a million plus, like Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules is bringing in the ratings, people, way over a million. Uh, People like meth. I
Yeah.
don't understand why Atlanta is not working here. It's just not. I know I was horribly overwhelmed.
They
I
can
didn't
be
like it.
biased
I have
for
to say it. Listen, a season low. Oh my God, this is a record low. Nobody's watching it. I shouldn't even be talking about it because that means people in the audience don't care. But I have to explain what's going on. V, you think it's because no storylines?
No storylines, and they too busy buying stuff. They ain't even trying to have a storyline. They trying to buy stuff.
Buy
So
stuff like, what are you talking about?
you know, they want to have the latest clothes, the latest shoes, the latest
Oh,
outfit.
you're
They
calling it superficial. Mm.
yeah, they ain't trying to have no storyline. Keep bringing back the old boyfriends from yesteryear, and you know, just it's just a mess. It's a mess.
Just
It's
a
a mess.
mess.
They need some
Okay,
new stuff.
they do. Now, Carlos King gave his little 5 minutes. He told everybody what he thought about it, and I'm going to play that clip in a minute. We know that Carlos King is upset. I don't care what he says, just follow the storylines and follow the uh, drama. He got upset because they fired him. Andy Cohen fired him season 9 for the dungeon episodes. We also know he doesn't get along with Candy Burris, even though he says that he does. He does not like her. Is this sweet revenge for Carlos? Like there, it's tanking here. It's going down like a sinking ship. What do you think, V?
Yeah, I mean, uh, figure no him, no show. So that's
Well,
how that goes.
people talk about him and say, mind your own business, worry about what's going over there on OWN. And I figured out later on that he had a strategy to put himself in different audiences. But I wonder, I mean, if you fired me, it doesn't even have to be, let's not say I'm an actress. Let's just say I worked at Macy's. And it's just always a sweet little, something must be wrong with me. I get a little kick out of, well, since I left the whole thing, the ship just went down.
That's
That's
how
all.
everybody feel. That's how everybody feel that get fired from a job. Now that I'm not there, the show can't go on.
So anyway, he gave his 5 minutes of what he thought about it. This is what he had to say.
Always go down as the most iconic housewives in history. It will be. But the problem that I saw tonight's episode that I'm getting a sense is going to be what the rest of the season is like. I think the personal stories are thin, like a wheat thin. Yes, the cracker. Are we not getting what's real? I just feel like we're not getting real personal story that is unique and different. I really want to know what's going on with Kenya and Mark Daly. I want to know what's going on with the divorce proceedings. I would have loved to see Kenya have a meeting with her lawyer. We were interested in Kenya and Mark's relationship because of the dynamics of it. So when we saw him call her Ken, we were like, yo, Ken is very different around this man. And because they're going through a divorce, we don't get to see no conversations about this. We can't see Kenya talk to Aunt Lori. We can't see Kenya talk to her cousin Shay. We can't see her best friend Brandon fly from LA to be with his girl and say, yo, what's going on? Why are we getting anything with Kenya Mark Daly? I would have done a scene where I would have sat down with Sharrell and said, I need some advice on what to do when you're going through a divorce. Because this man is allegedly trying to ask me to pay for alimony. He wants alimony. I would sit down and talk to Candy about the prenup her and Todd have and say, where did I go wrong? That's the personal story we're missing. And we're not getting that. Instead, we get Kenya talking about a DM with Martell that happened 3 years ago when he was on my podcast and y'all blacked out my name in the DMs. Y'all so worried about that we missing personal story with Kenya.
Now, look, I get where he's coming from. You fired me. You said I was no good. Look at you now. Let's go ahead and give him that. But some people were going ham in the comment section saying, mind your own business. You shouldn't be worried about Bravo anyway. Plus, you don't have a lot going on over there at OWN because you are recycling the Martell and Melody storyline for 3 years now. I'm going to have to go ahead and admit, what he's saying made sense. What do you think, V?
Well, even though he got some problems going on, that doesn't have anything to do with this show. This show is tanking because everybody want to look good and want to say the best things about them. They don't want nothing dirty out on them. They running around paying people, trying to make sure everybody say nice things about them and trying to, rah rah this and the realness is going out of the show. The realness is just going out of the show. The show is getting too fake and phony and too plastic, you know, running around paying people, trying to get people on your side to say good stuff about you. Your life is
Oh, okay,
good.
no, V, I gotta stop you right there because everybody know who you're talking about.
Your life is good. Did nobody shoot at your restaurant? Get out of here. Stop. Stop.
V, stop. What you're saying is that it's too structured.
Yep.
Everybody has a role. They say what's going to happen before the season starts. And then some of them are doing the most to make sure that nothing bad gets out about them.
Right.
Everybody's worried about their image and how this is going to make them look instead of just being
Exactly.
themselves.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
be yourself.
Exactly.
I missed the super chat. Speak with your girl, Marcella. Hi, Marcella. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. Marcella, you are I missed that. Let me see if I can go up and put it on the screen. Hold on. That's so sweet,
I
Marcella.
can't see none of the chat. That's the thing about it is.
Thank you, Marcella. Hopefully, you will be on my show in the next couple of days because you got a lot to say, girl. But thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. That's really sweet. Yeah, it's too structured. Everyone's worried about everything else but the storylines. And
They're not
so,
letting stuff. They're not letting stuff happen naturally. If somebody had a shooting at your restaurant, they had a shoot, and it's all over the news and everything. That's part of the show. That's supposed to be part of the show. It just wasn't a situation. It was a damn shooting. So if people are starting to see the phoniness of the show.
maybe you're right because those ratings are tanking. They're almost down to where Salt Lake City is in the 600,000s. They got to do something right now because this is low. This is low, and if you get into the sixes, then they're talking about cancellation. So you're
Mm-hmm.
50,000 away from being considered to be canceled. It's really bad. And Carlos, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about you. I do not. I understand you are a producer and you are doing your job. And I understand, okay, the little saltiness of being fired. Like I will be salty if you fire me. He had that dungeon season was a good season and they fired him. It was crazy. And Phaedra. So there you go. You guys be really careful, Bravo. It's time for intervention. Go back, reshoot some scenes, edit
Go
things
back,
out.
tell the truth about some stuff. Go back and
It's
be
not
real.
Yeah, maybe go talk to Candy about the restaurant and just have her sit down and do a real conversation about it. But you guys are getting dangerously low, and I'm actually shocked because I haven't been liking Atlanta for a couple years, but other people were. So I just thought it was me, but no, it's not. All right, let's go into the next story, which is Kim and Kroy. Woo! Oh,
Oh,
it's crazy, isn't it crazy?
oh my God. I have to say this, and I shouldn't say this, but I speak my mind. I don't like him.
You don't like Kim Zolciak?
Yeah, never have.
Why?
So, she irritates me. She, the,
V, you gonna make me start screening your answers. Like, what? What does she do? What does she do to make you not like her?
we were talking about phony. She's the queen of phony. She's the
Damn.
queen of phony. She's so fake and so unreal. I wouldn't doubt if this whole thing is a setup so that she can get attention and get a sorry show back on the air and make
Damn.
money to pay for her house.
V.
I'm
Okay, no,
sorry.
look, I know I told you to speak your mind, but I'm gonna need you to pull back just a little bit. Okay, so let's
I'm
talk
sorry.
about what's going on. So, it's being released today, her finances. This is allegedly paperwork that Kroy leaked to a vlog. Okay, so
Yeah.
he wants it out there. She was spending, I believe it was, you could check out my video, my still video I did earlier. I believe she was spending ridiculous amounts of money on things like plastic surgery and wine. She had $11,000 in wine. Like, I like wine too, but not $11,000. What else was she spending her money on? Everything. You guys go and check out my previous video if you want to know about that. But
Whatever she could
I
think
was
of.
really, yeah, and even maybe now it didn't state this, but who's paying for the plastic surgery for the girls? Okay, they've
Her,
been getting it. Yeah, I think so.
her.
And I still at this point waver back and forth if this is made up for the show, like V saying to get a new TV show, or if it's real. But I'm leaning more towards it's real. So let's talk about why Kroy has not spoken to his family in 9 years. Oh my gosh. I
Is
can't
that how
imagine.
long you been married to Kim?
Yeah. So
Okay,
they
that's
stopped talking to him because of Kim. And they were upset because they had found out some things about Kim, that she had multiple sugar daddies, but more than just
Big
Lena
Papa.
Jared, Big Papa. And one of the examples that really they were upset with, let me see if I can find this picture. Let me put this on the screen. Hold on. Okay, so her alleged super sugar daddy that is well known is this guy right here. They say his name is Thomas Kramer. And they say that he took care of Kim for years at the same time that she was dating Big Papa. There were other men too. She had multiple sugar daddies going on at one time. Now, remember, it was alleged that Kim was a stripper at a place called Cheetahs, but she always denied that. But Nene Leakes used to say she was a stripper with multiple sugar daddies. But this guy right here, Thomas Kramer, he also came on a few of the episodes of Atlanta and Miami. And they're saying that this guy is a real piece of work. They're saying that it's no way possible that any woman will be attracted to this man but for money. Okay. Let me read this. I guess he had a reputation of SAing women. Punching restaurant owners and dousing homeless people with wine. They said,
wow.
yeah. And so this rubbed Kroy's family the wrong way. They said, we don't want you marrying this woman. Not only that, she had 2 children by 2 different fathers. And they come from a small town in Montana called Harding in Montana. And they're really laid back people, do not get involved in the Hollywood scene. You know, some people's parents want to be famous because their kids are famous too.
Yeah.
They're saying no, that these are actually good people. So Kroy found out that they didn't want him to marry Kim, and I guess it went down on the show. I guess they were in the parking lot. They had brought a pastor there, and they were just thinking of ways to stop the wedding. That's crazy, isn't it? Well,
Oh, wow.
they found out after the wedding, and they quit talking to the parents. Now, I can understand an argument, maybe, but they never seen their grandchildren. Allegedly, they still send gifts to the grandchildren on special occasions and birthdays and things like that. Now, me and you, we might argue, but 9 years, that must mean they feel really strongly about it. And not only that, they went quiet. I tried to pull their pictures from the internet. The mom's name is Kathy, and the husband's name is Keith Biermann, and none to be found. Now, I know what they look like because I seen them on the show. And there's this app called Delete Me. I'm sure everybody knows about it, where you could delete all your stuff off of the internet. It's one of the, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to have to do it. Delete Me. He also is not speaking to his sisters. He has 2 older sisters named Krista and Kelsey. I couldn't find their pictures either. I only find one picture of Krista, and that's because she was in the Hall of Fame for Harding High School for volleyball. I'm just gonna put her picture up here. I like to see pictures. Okay, like don't tell me, show me. Put this down. Hold on. But they're real quiet people, not used to the Hollywood scene, and they never threw their son under the bus. There have been no interviews or anything where they really could bash Kim and Kroy. This is the sister Krista. They just, in my opinion, use the delete me app and took their pictures off and won't do any interviews about their son. And I really wonder what they feel now that this divorce is going through. So I'm leaning towards maybe this is true. Also, though, Kim's still not talking to her parents. And do you guys remember when her father gave an interview in which he said, Kim is a pathetic liar, period. I will not tolerate her trying to make a mockery of my wife or our family any further. We are completely humiliated by all the lies she has put in the media. She has been married twice. This is when he outed her for having different baby daddies. She has been married twice and has 3 different fathers of her 4 children. Let's face the facts. Ooh, ouch. Your own parent saying that about you.
Take it. Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference in being upset with your daughter. When you say something like this needs to be said behind closed doors, and you don't mention this to anybody. This is intentionally made to hurt Kim. That's how I feel. But like maybe you're right, V. He couldn't take it anymore.
They can't take it no more. Kroy's family can't take it no more, or Kim's family can't take it no more. Can't nobody take Kim no more. They sick of her. She done dug all the gold out of Kroy that she gonna get. He ain't worked in 99 years, so she gonna have to find a new person to take care of her.
Well,
That's all she looked for.
Let me read this quote that Kroy said about his own parents. He said that they're not speaking anymore. He says, that's life. You're going to have problems with your family. We are humans. We all make mistakes. We all go through problems. But at some point, you have to put some more love, some more work back into the effing relationship on both sides. He says, if you never do that, it's effing over. It's frustrating that the kids can't see their grandma and grandpa. What?
And what is the reason for that?
Because they don't like Kim.
Right.
So I'm not understanding Kim or Kroy. Because, okay, maybe there's an argument and you don't talk for like a month or 2. But years where they never get to meet their grandchildren, and to say something like this, it's frustrating. They don't get to see their grandma and grandpa. They don't get to see them because of you. It's the choice that you made. So, I'm still in the middle of who I don't like more, Kim or Kroy. At this point, both of them are shady. I just couldn't imagine keeping my children from my parents. But I have to remember this.
Kim is mean.
And I have to say this because people get, let me just say, people get in my ass all the time by saying, Sharrell, not everybody has a family like you have. So stop it with the, I don't understand, or we should all be family. So I agree with that. Not everybody has a good relationship with their families, but
you don't pull the kids in it.
You don't pull the kids in it. Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. But do you think he's going to go home now? Be back to his parents? And we're not back to live with them, but talk to them again.
He might go back and have a relationship with his parents now that the little monster's gone. But that's a shame that those kids haven't been able to visit their grandparents like that because of her. She is just a monster to me. I don't like it.
Kim is a monster. This is Kroy's parents, and Kroy is the one saying this about his family.
But Kroy, Kroy did anything Kim told him to do. If she said, Kroy, get out there and walk on water, he went in and tried to walk on the water. So don't. I mean, it's his fault that he's agreeing to it, but she put that thought in his head. She's the one that started that mess. He got along with his parents at first until
Mm-hmm.
Kim
Mm-hmm.
came along.
And
It's
his
the
sisters, not just his parents, his sisters. He has
and his
two
family and his family. That's
family.
all Kim. That's all Kim. And Kroy was so busy bending over backwards for Kim. He did whatever she said.
But
Now
Kim,
he
I mean,
wind up with
V,
this mess.
nobody can make me not talk to my family. Nobody can make me not introduce my children to my family. So he has to take responsibility too. You can't put it all on Kim. That's what I think.
I'm saying he's the one that she put that out there. He's the one that accepted it, trying to please her and did it. That's on him. I mean, he could have stood up to her and said, "No, we're not gonna do this with the kids." But he was a little wimp, and he did everything Kim told him to do. And so I'm not shocked that he went along with her not talking to, with his kids not talking to her parents because of Kim. Now, it's his fault that he made that stupid decision and let her do it, but it's her fault for putting it out there.
And she still hasn't talked to her parents. I can't believe on national television she wouldn't let her mother use a damn bathroom. It is ridiculous. Tati, is it Ta? Super chat says that unfortunately this happens a lot, and a lot of people are saying, Sharrell, stop with the dream of what a family's supposed to be and deal in reality. And the reality is, not all families talk to each other. And sometimes it's better not to talk because it's toxic when you do. So I get that. But I'm always going to wish that the family's together. But if it can't be possible, and this for me is a wish. Going this long without talking, not meeting your grandchildren, that just bothers me to no end. But do you think, okay, how do I put this? Do you think Kim, I'm not going to say.
What?
I don't want to say a hoe. Do you think Kim was a stripper like Nene claims?
Oh, for sure. That's probably where Nene met her ass. Where else would Nene meet her?
She said she worked there, but she didn't strip. She was a
Oh,
waitress.
stop.
And do you
I
think?
worked there, but I didn't strip. Get
And
out of here.
do you think that Kim had multiple sugar daddies overlapping each other at the same time?
I believe that because she seems like that type of person that's all about money, all about the money. So if she can sneak around with this one and let him pay some of the bills and then sneak and be with this one the next night and let them pay some of the bills, I think she's just that type of person.
So in
Just
the
go.
beginning, go ahead, V.
I was like, just go away, Kim. Go away. I don't want her back on TV. I don't want her to see no more of her sad shows. Just go away.
Originally, I thought that this was all fake for storyline, but I'm leaning more towards it's real. Just because of the bickering, the going back and forth, but not 100%. I'm leaning more towards it's real. And you still think this is all for storyline, V?
I think Kim will stoop to any level to get money. And she needs to pay for that house or get back in that house or pay somebody. And she was broke because Troy ain't worked in 99 years. So she was broke and they came to the conclusion that they ain't got no more money and they got to figure out a way to make people interested in their sorry lives again. And so that's what this was. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm
V,
sorry.
you're getting ridiculous.
I have anger toward. I have anger
Where
management.
is
I
this
need
anger
anger
coming
management.
from? Where's the
I need
anger
anger.
coming
I need anger management class because when I don't like somebody, I get mad. I need a class. I need anger management
from? See, you really, really do.
because I'm so mad now.
You blame Kim for everything. You're not even considering that Kroy was in this damn marriage too. You are
Oh,
blaming.
I look over Kroy because he's just a puppet. So
Damn.
I just looking past him to the main culprit.
Super Chat says Kim's sugar daddies need a refund. She is y'all are messy. Y'all are messy. Hi, Joshua. Joshua said Kim probably gave him the ultimatum, his parents or her. Also,
Yeah.
prayers and condolences to Perry. Oh, thank you.
That's
And the
sweet.
entire family. Thank you. I think I seen Perry in the chat. Did you see Perry in the chat, V?
I can't see the chat, so I don't
Okay.
know if he's in there or
I
not.
just see someone said something about Perry. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, so that's what's going on. This is going to get worse and worse. It might be for show. I still
Hoping
haven't.
that it's not.
Well, you know, I just go back and forth. So it's a mess. It's a hot, hot mess. All right. Let's move on, people. Can't believe Kroy publicly said that about his family. It's crazy. We talked about Atlanta's low ratings, Kim and Kroy, Joseline Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess. I love Joseline. Now listen, Joseline Hernandez. Let me put her picture up. I got this thing with the pictures, don't I?
You got to think about pictures.
I will not.
You got to see who you talking to.
I know. I always wonder, well, what do they look like? Let's talk about Joseline Hernandez. So she's going to be going on Drink Champs. I have a huge obsession with Drink Champs. Okay, it comes on YouTube. I don't even know if it comes on Revolt TV or not, but it's Noriega, the rapper from the 90s, and his friend, and they interview celebrities, mostly involved with hip hop or on TV or something like that. And I go to sleep to Drink Champs because they're sitting there getting toe up. They're drinking, they're smoking weed. I'm obsessed with this show. So the premise of the show is to get you drunk or high.
Oh, wow.
No, you haven't seen it. So you'll start talking, okay? And these celebs start talking, people. They start talking. And so I'm glad that he's going to have the Puerto Rican princess on the show. Now, I love Joseline. She's on Joseline's Cabaret. I think they're filming season 3. She was one of the first Zeus Network shows to have a full-on brawl at the reunion where they were threatening to sue each other. They were picking up chairs. Like, I like drama. But I used to think not that bad where you're picking up chairs, because I think Joseline hit someone in the back with a chair or something like this. Her husband was there. But I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It was so good. And Joseline is not shy about telling you, I used to be a stripper. Like that's what I do. That's my thing. She does a strip show she hires these girls and they actually go on the road. She is gutter. Okay, ghetto, gutter, whatever they call it. But I like her. I don't know what it is. Especially when she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with Stevie J. It's something about her. She brings a good drama, but she has a very bad reputation. So they're saying that on Drink Champ, she's going to talk about losing custody of her daughter, Bonnie Bella. Now, I want to see if she goes into if she's going to go into detail. So the details is the rumors are she lost custody because of drugs. Now, Stevie J's the father of her daughter. Now, there was a time when they both were allegedly on drugs. And so, especially during one of the reunions, okay, I don't remember which one it was, where they both were high. And I think they attacked Scrappy's ex-wife. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But they were acting amped up and pumped up. And it really looked like they were on something, both of them. So it had to be bad when Stevie J, who can't make up his mind if he wants to stay married to Faith Evans or not, gets full custody. Now, she did regain custody of her daughter. She went on, what's that show that my friend went on? Remember? And he was trying to get off the show. Oh, V, help me. Marriage Boot Camp. She went on marriage boot camp where she found out the news and she was crying about losing custody of her daughter. Also, I want her to talk about, because some time back, she came straight out and said a lot of the cast members are on drugs. And not only that, she claims producers will give you drugs. This is what she said. And
Wow.
alcohol, anything that they think might hype up a scene. Now, we kind of notice that on these reality TV shows, there's always alcohol conveniently around, especially with the housewives. Like, they're always getting drunk. On New Jersey, what's the girl's name? I love it when she gets drunk. Her name, Jennifer Aiden. But she came out and said that reality TV shows, if you ask for it, will give you drugs. That's what she said. What do you believe her, V?
Yes, absolutely. I think those producers will because they have to create the drama for them. Because sometimes there's no drama, so they create the drama. So I believe that they put alcohol around. They would.
That
I think they'll do anything to get somebody to create a scene. Get somebody into the drama.
damn, that's
'Cause
kind of
that's
low,
their
isn't it?
show. Yeah, of course.
Well, that's what she said, and I like Joseline. I know she used to be a stripper, and she appears. I don't know if she is, for the sake of this video. Allegedly, she looks high on some of these shows. Okay, like she goes crazy, but I don't think she would make that up. I really don't.
Why would she make that up? Nobody would make that up unless it's true. You know,
Mm.
nobody would just say something like that unless it's true.
Well, the good news is it looks like Joseline has turned her life around, but she's still a part of that world. Okay. I'm not judging you. She doesn't mind you calling her being a stripper. She doesn't mind talking about stripping. She gets on the shows and she has a song that she do every season that I can't stand. And she'll come out real vulgarly and dance and twerk and all that. But I still like her. I don't know why I like her so much, because the audience, they think she's a hot mess. Did you ever watch Love? They do. They think she's a hot mess. But I love Joseline. And even worse than that, I love her fighting. So bad.
Well, she will fight about anything, though.
So, I mean, I think it was season 2. Maybe it was Las Vegas, where that reunion, she did the first reunion for Zeus, where it just went left. And she was like supposed to be suing people. And I think they gave Joseline producer credits for this show. The show is a hot, stinking mess that I cannot take my eyes off of every season. And that's just Zeus, period. Like this weekend, they did the Baddies West Part 2 reunion where Natalie Nunn beat the shit out of Tommy. It was bad. I was like, is anybody gonna step in? And they're both supposed to be producers of the show. They gave them credit. So have you seen Zeus yet, V? I keep
No,
trying to
I
get
haven't.
you.
You keep telling me about it, but I
Why
haven't
don't
made
you
it.
watch
Yet.
it?
I haven't to it yet.
Someone said, did you say that her daughter is deaf? No, I didn't hear that.
The
She's
ghetto
deaf?
cooking, the ghetto cooking show gave you $2.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't hear about her daughter being deaf, but I feel sorry for the daughter. And let me tell you why. Stevie J can't point fingers at Joseline for having an alleged drug problem, because we heard all about you, Stevie J, and the Coco. Okay, we've heard all, like, this poor little girl needs both of her parents to get her act together. So right now it looks like Joseline is doing that. Stevie J is struggling with Faith Evans, who also allegedly, does the whites. A lot of people do drugs in Hollywood. I'm not shocked. It's a mess. Get your act together, Stevie J. Either you're going to be with Faith or you're going to leave her alone. But all of this crackhead behavior, stealing the car, going down to Coachella and all that. Poor Bonnie Bella. Poor Bonnie Bella. But you guys make sure.
That's why I don't understand how Stevie J, of all people, got custody of his daughter. That's why That's like giving the kid to the local crackhead. I don't get it.
Stevie J has a bad reputation. We've heard about it, and I cannot go through him. And they should have the reality show. Wait, they did. I wonder what happened. They did have a
Mhm.
reality show. Stevie and Faith Evans. Just a mess. And Stevie J also this weekend was the host for the reunion. It was a mess. It was a mess of baddies East.
Mm, mm, mm. That's
It was
what.
so good.
Oh my
Like
God.
Stevie didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to handle it. He was like trying his hardest to stop the fighting. And the other girl that was hosting the show, she's just there for looks. She just sat on the couch the whole time. At least Stevie tried to calm it down. He was flirting with the girls.
That's him.
It was a
Custody of the
mess.
kid. I can't believe it.
Yeah, he did. So I'm gonna watch it and I'll let you guys know all the details of what she talked about. Now let's move on to Kim Kardashian. Okay. The Kardashians are overexposed, in my opinion, if you ask me. They've been famous how long now, V? So long.
Oh my God. Forever.
Forever.
Since they were little kids.
Yeah, yeah. People are burnt out from them, and they say they mimic Black culture, and they did, but not now because Kim looks very, very thin, and she's looking more like Cher. Do you remember back in the day when Cher had a variety show? I should find a picture. And she had the long, straight black hair, and she would wear the
Yeah,
gown
yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
Kim's very much looking like that these days. Allegedly, she's on Ozempic, but Ozempic is supposed to make you look really old, and Kim still looks good, if you ask me. So she did an interview with this podcast in which she was talking about uh, how things between her and Kanye, when they were good, they were good, and when they were bad, they were really, really bad. I'm gonna read this
I
title. It
know.
says, yeah, Kim Kardashian says she doesn't think her marriage to Kanye West was a failure. She just accepted that he's a person that can't be changed. You can't help people who don't want to be helped. Now, in code, she's talking about Kanye's drug problems. And I don't understand why people don't realize they say he's bipolar, and maybe he does too. He is too, but he's definitely he's self-medicating. He talked
Well,
about
you
it in his
can't
past.
tell.
He talked about being an alcoholic. At one time, he was hooked on prescription drugs, and he's doing more than that. You know, the end thing in Hollywood is this Molly, and he really appears to me like he's on something. And I think that Kim handled that really good. I know people don't like her and they hate it when I say bad things about her. She could have talked about Kanye's drug problems and everybody would have supported her because he was getting crazy. Remember, he was saying crazy stuff, how slavery was a choice. Do you remember that? He
Well,
she
that's why don't nobody know if Kanye was on drugs or not, because Kanye out there all by himself without anything.
Well, he said it was drugs. He actually talked about it. So this article right here, he says he was a functioning alcoholic and he's talking like he recovered, but the word is he's still out there. Let me put up this one when he talks about his drug problems and he just miraculously leaves out the street drugs. I personally believe Kanye is on street drugs, specifically Molly and the cocoa. That's my personal opinion. Superstar rapper and influencer Kanye West has revealed his battle against drug abuse and sex addiction. I forgot about that too. He did come out and say he had sex addiction, and he also allegedly was cheating on Kim left and right. Have you heard about that, V?
Yeah, yeah. He allegedly have done some of everything. So he's so out there that you just don't know if it's the drugs or if it's just him. Period. Because he seemed like he high when he not high. So I don't know. He got issues.
Well, can you give? I know you feel that the Kardashians are overexposed. But can we give Kim? I'm giving Kim a little bit of credit in how she dealt with Kanye. She did not bash him. She didn't tell her his secrets. I'm sure it's so much that happened that we would love to know about that she just kind of kept to herself. What do you think of her treatment in Kanye?
Well, she had to keep all that stuff to herself. I mean, we wouldn't know the crazy part. We do know if it wasn't for him coming out uh, uh, and exposing himself. She kept all that stuff covered, and the mother and the sisters and all of them kept trying to hide that stuff that they didn't want the public to know just how crazy he was, and they definitely didn't want the public to think that they married a crazy person. So I mean, they had to keep it to quiet because he was out there. He and still is. He's way out there. So what else were they gonna do? They had to keep it to themselves. He's the one that exposes himself.
I don't think they had to keep it to themselves. I think they could have ran with this story about Kanye and everybody would have listened because according to the rumors, it's pretty bad. And I think that they handled it good. But Yvette says, nope, they
Mm-mm.
never give black women credit. So she's not going to give Kim credit. Can you imagine, V, having, I think it's 4 kids by this man?
No, I can't imagine having one kid. She should have stopped at one, but okay, if that's what you do. But he was crazy when she first met him, so all he did was got more crazy after that. You know, each year a little more crazy. So I mean, she knows something was wrong with that man when she first met him, but he was so rich.
What?
You know,
What?
he was so
You what?
he, he was so rich that she went ahead and married him anyway. But he had issues when she first met
Oh,
him.
come on, V. You just trying not to give Kim her credit. You think that Kim knew he had a drug problem when she was dating him and married him anyway?
Yes. I don't think Kanye hid nothing. He can't. He don't hide nothing. He can't hide nothing. He just who he is. And she knew something was off. I mean, she wasn't that naive that she went was with him and didn't notice that he was a little bit strange. But
Look,
it didn't matter at the time. She married him anyway.
look, you stirring up your supporters in the chat. Really, V? You are getting them going. Yeah, 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 yeah. For me, I feel that, like she said in the beginning, Kanye hid it from her. I don't think he would just was that bad and things like that. And I think as time progressed, especially after the children, you have 4 kids with this man, and now he's saying stuff to offend the Jewish people, to offend black people, so bad that they fired him from Adidas. And then I heard that Adidas has rehired Kanye
They
because
probably have because
their
he makes the money.
business. Yeah, yeah.
As nutty as he is, he makes people money. He really makes money. So they could everybody considering him still being around. He ain't down and out, but there's no okay. Let's do this. There's no way that you live with somebody and if they doing drugs or drinking alcohol that you don't know.
Agreed.
So Kim knows that he crazy. She knows what he's doing and what he didn't do. She hid that stuff on purpose because she
She
had to.
she didn't have to. So me and you agree that yeah, Kim knew. But I'm saying kudos for not bashing your baby daddy. And you're saying she don't deserve no kudos. She hid it the fact because what reason, V?
She don't deserve no kudos. She hid it the fact because it affected that their little Kardashian family. They wanted to keep it as clean as a clean image as they could possibly keep. So they ain't gonna say nothing that they think might damage their little family. But
I
they know something was wrong with him.
my God.
They know
Listen.
something was wrong with him. But they acted like they didn't know, like this is all a shock that he crazy. No, they knew it.
So they're confirming in the chat that yes, Adidas did hire back Kanye. He's a crazy genius.
He
I
makes
say,
money.
what's that?
He makes people money, so they gonna hire him back.
Yeah, exactly. Kim and the Kardashians protect Kanye because he knows their secrets and will go 0 to 100 and tell all the Kardashian Jenner secrets. Kim had 4 kids, so Kanye's estate will be divided evenly. Oh my God. Everybody's saying it's the other way around. I'm saying, well, she knew that he was on drugs and she hid that from the public. But a lot of people say, Kanye know their secrets. And that's why
Well,
they're playing nice ball with Kanye. Mm.
that's true too. He probably does. I mean, I'm saying if you're married to somebody, it's very hard to keep a secret from somebody that you live with every day. You know, so they know his, he know theirs. So what?
It's a
They
mess.
all,
It's a lot going on. I feel that, and I'm saying this very respectfully because North had a TikTok, and I used to watch it all the time. She's extremely creative
mhm.
and gutsy. This girl will not hold back. And some people are saying that, well, she's
Well,
bad. I don't know how to say it. They're saying that, but I don't think North is bad. I think North is going to be like her dad. I think she's going to be talented. She's going to be creative. I'm obsessed with North. What are your
well,
thoughts on North? V? In a respectful way, y'all
I
are
mean,
look.
it's,
North is too damn grown. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to be that spoiled because you know that this baby's been spoiled from day one. It's hard to be that spoiled, can have anything you want anytime you want it, and come out okay. Now, hopefully she will come out okay, but there's some chances there that she might not. You know,
Y'all are
because
messy. Do you see
it's,
you didn't follow her TikTok, did you?
absolutely not. Mm-mm. I'm sick
What?
of the Kardashians and the kids and the
Okay,
dogs
wait.
and everybody.
The dog. V, you
The
gotta
dog, the
stop.
fish, the whatever. I don't want if it's connected to them. I don't want to see it.
That is so ridiculous.
The makeup, the calendars. I don't care. Leave me alone with them Kardashians.
I can't. Oh my God, V, we talked a whole hour.
Oh wow.
We did.
Time
I'm gonna
flies.
have. Should we add Jay Z or just save Jay Z and Beyonce for later? What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, we can
Let's.
save it for later.
We'll save them for later because that custody battle, that paternity lawsuit is not going anywhere. Oh my
That
God,
thing ain't
V,
going around the corner. But okay, we can save that for later.
you threw in the dog. I'm dead. You threw in the dog. Okay, so we talked about Kim and Kroy. We talked about the low ratings and possible, little revenge for Carlos. We talked about Jocelyn and Kim K. And tomorrow we're going to do the Jay Z thing. Any last words, V, before I drop this link? Oh, do you want to
No,
apologize for hating the dog?
no, no. I'm just over them Kardashians. I'm over them.
But the dog, V, come on. I don't know. They were um it was uncertain if their show was going to return to Hulu, but it was confirmed a couple days ago that they did buy more episodes. So
Oh
there will
damn.
be
They back.
a
Okay.
they will be another season. You are messy,
Ah,
V. I
a damn
can't.
another season. What are we gonna be looking at? The Kardashians gonna be the grandparents next. Well, keeping up with the grandparents of the Kardashians.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go because you're being messy, and people are gonna blame me. They blame
I
themselves.
don't care.
You don't
They come
care.
after me. I don't care.
Anyway, V, will you come back tomorrow so we can talk about Jay Z and Beyonce? And you had me dying when we were talking about it on the phone.
Oh yeah,
That
I'm gonna have to talk about that. Yes, I gotta share my feelings on that.
All right. Thank you, V, for calling in.
All right.
Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. We got Emmanuel. Hey, Denzel, that's not Emmanuel. You good,
Hello.
Denzel? Denzel, you there?
Can you hear me? You're cracking up.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
say something now, Denzel. Okay. Hi, Emmanuel.
Hello.
Hey, AJ.
Hi, Sharrell. How are
Hey,
you?
Carrie.
Hi, Sharrell. My condolences to you all. Sending love
Oh,
and light and prayers.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I believe Perry's was in the chat, so thank you.
Can you
That
hear me, Sharrell?
yes, thank you. You
Okay, it was my earphones. I had to change out my other earphones. How y'all
good,
doing?
good, good, good. Let me bring up
That's
one more.
good.
Hey, in high opinion, how you doing? You're
I,
on mute.
I think she's on mute. Yeah.
She's on mute. Okay,
Hey,
let's start with
Sharrell.
hey, how you doing?
How
I'm
you doing,
good.
Sharrell?
Let's start with you, Denzel. We covered a lot of topics today. What do you want to talk about first?
Um, the housewives.
Okay, go ahead. Are you shocked at the low ratings?
Um, a little bit, a little bit.
Because
I mean, what can
you're enjoying the season, right?
I mean for me? I like it so far. I like it so far. Do you think they need to bring Nene back?
I don't even want to go down that road because Andy's too pissed. He's not going to do it. But they need to do something. This is bad. It's just bad. I mean, and I
Bring
feel like Carlos, even though he hasn't said it, you feel a little bit of, happiness because, they fired him.
Like
What 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 do you
I don't
think
even
they what
watch it
you
anymore. I record it. I used to like make sure I set time aside to watch
I
it, but
know. Do you remember
now I
that back
just
in the day?
yeah, I just
Yeah.
record it now and watch it so that we could talk about it, and that's it. I don't even. It's not even enjoyable. I fast forward through most of it because it's all the same thing. Hi, hi. Oh my God, you're so cute. That brown looks good on you. No, you look good in yellow. Oh my God, I love your hair. Oh, those curls. And, it's just like, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
do,
like,
do you think Sherelle, do you think they need to recast the whole do you think they need to recast Atlanta because they did that for New
yeah.
York?
I'm not
Didn't
trying to be mean. I don't want anybody to lose their job. I just think the
I
show,
don't
and
either.
I say this in a respectful way, just in case any of you guys are watching. But me personally, I just want it canceled.
You want to
Oh my,
cancel?
Sherelle.
It's
That's
no
Uh-oh.
good. It's no good anymore. And
What do you
so
think
I've been,
what do you think that can what do you think can save it? Or is
I
it
don't
just a
know.
done deal?
People say Carlos needs to mind his own business and worry about his own show, and I get that. But what he said was the storylines. Like you have Kenya Moore going through a divorce. That is huge. In which the bum that she calls her ex is trying to take her for everything she's got, and they don't talk about it.
But the reason is because there's no movement right now in her divorce. There's no updates in her divorce.
But they're not talking about anything, even what happened when they were off season. So they should have brought all of that. Like they could be talking about something other than she and everybody else's business, which that's always a storyline. She's always minding somebody else's business. So
That's very true. That's
Now
very
that's
let me
true.
all
let
that
me
is
warn you,
always the case.
Carrie. Let me warn you. Uh, Sebastian has a deep, deep love for Kenya Moore.
And that is wonderful. That is
It's
I
wonderful.
mean,
weird.
I do too.
And I'm
I
so
do
happy
too,
for him.
but we need to see what
Why
is
is it her
going on
responsibility?
in her
Kenya
life.
Kenya has always brought this show. She has carried this show when Nene Leakes was not on this show.
Oh my
Why is it
God.
her responsibility to
Did
continue
Sebastian? Did
carrying
you see
things on
the?
her
Are you
back?
serious,
This
Sebastian?
is
I love you
crazy.
with
This is
everything in me.
crazy.
But
She
Uh
all of her
oh.
abandoned him.
men Are you serious? She carried the show with all those men that she rented. Are you serious?
Now, excuse me, I'm sorry. Sharrell, I was watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta earlier. I was watching season 12, and I was just laughing.
I'm laughing at Carrie getting.
I mean, are you serious?
Yes,
Like,
I'm
okay,
serious.
go, okay, run down the list
She
of her
has.
storylines. Run down the
Okay.
list.
And
Go
Uh
down.
did
oh.
y'all hear the way she talked to her employees? Unacceptable.
Oh yeah, I did not like that.
Okay,
Wait, who
Kenya.
talked to who? Wait, who was it?
Kenya was screaming at her employees, "Get it right!" And it's not the first time we've seen her do that to her employees.
Oh,
Absolutely.
y'all just picking on Sebastian now. Y'all are
Y'all just
picking.
want to start. Okay, it's
She's just
nothing.
not a nice.
But I'm
She's
gonna
not a
say
nice
this.
person.
I'm gonna
Not
say
at
this
all.
though.
Okay,
Kenya
hold on.
has
Let's
said
hear what
that
he has to say
multiple
because he's
times.
shaking.
She
Go
has
ahead.
she has some great lines. Even Portia Williams herself says her sister tells her that every single day still. That Portia, you don't know what you're saying, Portia, unless you have a dick in your mouth. She has some great lines. We are not going to take that away from Miss Kenya Moore. No, absolutely not. No,
Sebastian, is that necessary?
it is necessary.
Kenya Moore hair care. Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but I mean, Sebastian, you're still not telling us what has her storyline. Like, so
Oh my
every
The one
God.
when
year,
she tried to seek her
every
Right.
mother.
season she comes
The one
on.
she tried to seek her mother. The one last season she had her brand going to CVS and etc.
So when
Okay.
Kenya goes try to see her mother is good, but when Marlo does it, y'all blame her for using her mother for a storyline. Okay, got it.
No, that's not the reason. No one used Marlo for use. No one said that Marlo used her mother for a storyline.
A
People
lot
say
of
she
people
uses her.
did.
She says we say she uses her nephews for a storyline. But she came on national TV.
Sebastian!
Oh my
Yes, for
God,
going
who
there.
said
Oh,
that?
Well, in
Sebastian.
that
That
case,
was bold.
She came on national television and said those kids did not brush their teeth or wash their underarms for days. So yes, she
Did
does.
she say that?
Yes, she did. She did.
Sebastian, I need you to calm down over there.
Well, okay, let's get back on Kenya though.
Okay.
Okay, one more thing about Kenya, and then because Sebastian can't take it. Go ahead, Carrie, really quickly.
No, I'm just wondering. Like, I'm not shocked that the ratings are low, and I know you hear. I mean, I know you say all the time, Sharrell, you don't want people to lose their jobs,
Mhm.
but I am so with Dr. Heavenly when she's always screaming from the rooftop about how these women should be using this platform to promote other businesses. This show
Mhm.
has been on for 15 seasons. And if
Yeah.
these women are not multi-millionaires already by now, shame on them. They should not need this show at this point. So if they
So you're
cancel this show today, they
you
should be
think
okay.
you think they should cancel the show today?
Well,
I mean,
Kenya's
I'm
selling her
saying if they
house.
canceled the show today, they should still be okay because they should have used the show, to promote whatever they have going on. But I don't know what any of them have going on outside of Kenya and her hair grease. And
She's selling her house. Bravo.
Okay,
I
wait,
can't
hold
say
on,
that.
Carrie. What did Kenya do to you?
no, I'm just saying. I mean, because I don't know why he's acting like Kenya is like
Yeah,
all that
all right, all right.
Atlanta
Okay,
has
what is
going
Marlo?
on.
What is Marlo? Because
No,
all of them.
Oh
I
Lord.
have not. No, 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 no,
Marlo.
no, no,
Marlo is an
no,
HO turned housewife. We
let's
no,
just
no,
know we know that.
no. I
not go
did
there.
not. I did
All right,
not
all right.
mention
Ooh,
Marlo's
child.
name.
Let me do this.
What
Let
is
me change the
Marlo?
subject really quickly. Denzel, sound off really quickly on Kim and Kroy. What are your thoughts on? Is it real? Is it fake? What are your thoughts?
It might be real. And
I mean,
they both are the problem, and they need to fix their problems wherever it is.
all right. Let's move on to you, Emmanuel. What are your thoughts on Kim and Kroy? And then you could touch another subject.
My thoughts are that Kim needs a psych evaluation ASAP.
Damn.
And her daughters too.
The
Anyway,
daughters?
yes, the two oldest ones. But what I wanted to say was I actually am extremely shocked that the ratings are really low because so you remember last season Kenya came out and she tried to like say, "Oh, a lot of people watch it on Peacock, whatever."
Mhm.
but it's not true because if you look at the ratings, Vanderpump Rules, and even
Yeah.
New Jersey. New Jersey's
Yeah.
been coming in like 900,000, 1 million. So
Yeah.
I don't understand why Atlanta is so low. Now, somebody has said something last time and they said, you know what? They agreed with you, Sharrell. They were like, you know what? Maybe after a certain point, they should just move to a different city. So enough of Atlanta, enough of New
Yeah.
Jersey. Go to
Yeah.
different cities in America, and maybe that's the solution.
Now,
Because
let me tell you what they should do. They should get rid of Atlanta and all of the franchise. I can't think of maybe the new one.
Orange
Keep Dubai,
County. Get rid
but
of
they
Orange
should.
County too. Get rid of
Yeah,
Orange
Orange
County.
County, definitely Orange County, and they should start making the Ultimate Girls Trip on the show once a
Mhm.
week and bringing in different housewives and doing what they're doing on the app. I think they should move that over.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, because definitely the women are old, and I don't mean old like in age. I mean old like as in like the same thing over and over again. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, they
All
need
right,
to fix it.
let me move on to you, AJ. Sound off.
Hello, good evening, everyone. First of all,
Hi.
should I talk about Kim? Everyone is talking about Kim and Kroy and the housewives.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with all of you, actually. I think Kim is probably the only one that could probably save Atlanta right now. Now,
Wait,
hear me
excuse me,
out.
excuse me. First, let me read this really
I'll
quick.
get to
Hi,
it.
Perry. Perry's in the chat. Perry,
Oh,
Kimmy says, my
hi, Perry.
condolences, prayers, love, and light to Perry, Sharrell, and loved ones. Perry has always been so nice to me on the hotline, and his wonderful husband also keep me laughing on this channel. That's very sweet. And he's in
Oh,
the
that is
chat.
so sweet.
Okay,
Oh, Perry.
go ahead. You think that Kim
Yes, I do.
Zolciak,
Now, hear me out. Most of these dramas that's going on right now with everyone else is happening outside of a camera. Now, if imagine, I know everyone is hating on Kim, and I get it. She is the worst human. The way she treated her parents, the way that
wait,
he
if
also
she's the
treated her
worst,
parents.
AJ, what makes you think she
But
could save a show if she's the worst?
well, often the worst people make great TV, Sharrell, and we've got to look at it from this perspective because I want to know if I don't want Atlanta to basically go off the map, basically
Mhm.
because it's the only few black shows that we have, and also the black show that set an example for all these other more ratchet shows. It was really the first of its kind, and I think if we can really go back to the creative board and get to the
AJ,
thinking like who
you
can we
you
bring back
admitted
for
you
the
just
sake of the show, it can be all
oh,
right.
you just admitted that the show is
Well,
not what it used to be. I don't care if it came on first. We can find another black show. Have you been watching that? Is it called Winter House? The new one that comes
yes, a
on
little
after.
bit. Yeah.
Marcus
Oh, Perry,
his Vineyard one.
Perry, what are you doing?
Hi, Perry.
Hey,
Hey,
Perry.
everybody, how y'all doing?
Hi, Perry.
Hi,
What's up,
Perry.
Hi,
Perry?
Perry. How
Hey,
are
hey.
you?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I just wanted to come on and say hi to everybody and thanks for all the prayers and everything. I truly appreciate it.
No
Oh,
problem.
You are
Well,
a
it's no
mess.
we
You're
problem.
know
It's
so
you
no
do.
problem.
busy, Perry.
Well,
You're on my show. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Well, what do
no,
y'all got going on down there?
I'm at Angie's house. She told me to tell you hi.
Oh, tell her
Yeah,
I said hi. I'm gonna
yeah.
call y'all later. How's
Okay.
everything going, Perry?
Oh, good. It's going good. Yeah, you know,
Did you want to
it's
give
going good.
any
Huh?
quick words about the funeral or anything, or you just wanted to thank everybody?
I just wanted to thank everybody.
Okay. Well, thank you. We
Yeah.
miss you, and hurry home, okay?
Oh,
Yep.
we do miss you.
For
We
sure.
do.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
And watch in the chat because AJ's gonna say something crazy and everyone's gonna turn on him, okay?
Hey,
It will.
actually,
And tell Andrew I said hi.
We
Tell Andrew
love
I
you,
said
Perry.
okay, I will. He's working on doing that right now.
hi. I know. So, yeah, so
I love you, Perry.
continue with
Now,
the crazy soliloquy you got going
oh,
here. Go ahead.
and Chaneliqua, what's her name? Jocelyn, the Puerto Rican princess. I
You
am
just
living
call
for this
her
because
by her name.
I want to. We're going back to stripper days, but I want to know so much, and I love Drink Champs as well. Oh my god, I love the episode with Busta Rhymes. Have you
Uh-huh.
watched that? The one with the Busta. Oh,
No,
it was so good. There's so much tea, and I just love it because they get them drunk, like you said, and just
I
they
love
talk about
Drink
things
Champs.
that they don't normally talk on Wendy Williams or other shows.
What do you think about
But
the
yeah, go.
comment that Jocelyn says that the producers will give you drugs?
Well, I don't know about that, but I know that she probably takes a lot of it, or used to herself, because like remember there was a video floating around on YouTube when she used to be in the studio, like screaming at the mic,
No.
like really aggressively and sweating profusely, and yeah, she looked like she was under the influence, and it did come out that Stevie J or someone else said, yeah, she was on the coke.
Yeah. All right, I'll be
Hmm.
back.
So she
Uh,
just wanna, and I think she got fired from that
she
Love and
did.
Hip Hop as well. And Mona Scott, she treated her like crap. And Mona Scott really did everything to make her a star. Like
Yeah.
she came literally from nothing, and she should be more grateful. But I love her, and I want to hear what happened, the full story between how she lost the baby, how she got the baby back, her
Mhm.
beautiful baby, and there's so much tea about her that I want to know.
Yeah. Okay,
And
I'll
there
be
was
back
another
to you.
person.
Go.
Oh,
What were you gonna say?
there was another. Uh, what? Oh yes. Was it Kim? You were talking about Kim Kardashian,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. He was really
yeah.
dragging the Kardashians. Do you feel that way?
People are dragging the
No,
Kardashians
V
with.
was dragging V.
Oh, V. Yes, V for Dragon. She really was. Yes, I do agree with V. I mean, they are a lot. I mean, they're overexposed, and we've known them before the plastic and everything. So, and then to see them transition in so many ways, um, it's great to see on television. But I don't know. They're always going to be around, Sharrell.
I think so.
They're cultural phenomenal, and they're going to be on social media. They're going to be
All right,
around, if
AJ,
not on TV.
I'll get back to you. Carrie, sound off.
As far as Kim and Kroy, I don't know. I mean, this whole world is just one big reality show to me. So who's to say if it's real or not?
I know I'm
I think
confused.
Kim. I do think Kim would do something like that. I really do because remember when she was in the other house, and she wouldn't move, until she was put out. I don't know. I do think she would pull some type of stunt like that just for
Hmm.
publicity. I believe that with everything in me as it relates to even what's going around about what she said about her parents and all of that. There
Yeah.
are some things that I would say about that as it relates to what some people do and what we do, but I'll reserve that because that could be for the camera too.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't know what's real and what's fake.
That's what I'm
I'll be
saying.
back to you,
Like,
Carrie.
yeah.
Sound off, Nina. Hey, Nina.
Hey, everybody. Sharrell with Kim and Kroy and the kids. I'm just over everything that they got going on. She wants to be back on reality TV. The thing is, it's going to be hard for her to even come back on Atlanta. But with that last reunion she was in, how
Mm-hmm.
she acted and the things that she said,
Mm-hmm.
nobody really wants Kim back. I mean, from I can't. Well, I'm just speaking from me. I don't want to see her back on the Housewives. Period. Now, if she do something else, that's up to Andy Cohen. That is his girl. He loves Kim. But all these things that's coming out in the wash now, like why we didn't get any of that on what was that reality show? Kim Croy and the kids going on
Tardy for
road
the
trips.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tardy
Sorry
for
for
the.
that.
She's been tardy for the party for a long time, and we don't want to see Kim, Croy, and the kids, anymore. I'm over them. But Sharrell, this is what I wanted to say to you. You can't cancel the Housewives, not Atlanta.
Mhm.
You cannot cancel them. We
I
can
can.
reboot. No, Sharrell,
He
no,
said she
Nina.
no,
can.
no.
You can.
And I want to say this to AJ. Kim cannot save that show. If anybody can save that show, it's Nene Lee. And
Yeah, but she's the key. Kim
no,
is the key for Nene to
is the
come back.
key.
I really believe in it.
Ever since Nene
But
left
she won't
that
come
show
back.
has. eh, We don't know what may happen. Ever since
How are we gonna get Nene back? How are we
we
gonna get Nene
don't,
back?
you don't listen. This is reality. You don't never know reality shows. You don't never know what Andy Cohen may do. But Kim
I
cannot
don't
save the
think he
show.
will.
Please forget that
We
part.
need
She
Nene and
needs to
Kim
stay.
back.
Nene, I love you. I love you, Nina. I called you Nene on accident.
Yeah.
But how long do you want it to air? 20 years?
Not well. I mean, as
Yeah.
everybody else is still airing, why can't they still
Orange
air?
County's
Half
on.
of these,
Hmm.
half of these shows are still boring as crap. They had to reboot New York. I mean, a whole new
Yep.
cast. And I said this yesterday. Instead of taking Atlanta off, get some real housewives that have real husbands, that have real family and problems, soccer moms, or however you want to do it. But don't take the Atlanta housewives off. If they would get rid, and this is just me, let Candy go. It might be a show. They might really want to talk about what's really
Wait,
going
what?
on with them.
You
The
want
point
to
is we
fire
Yeah,
should let her
Candy?
go.
fire
She's the
Candy.
only one married.
Fire Candy for what reason to fire
Candy
Candy?
is not the only one married. Sanya is married and Drew is married. She's
Oh,
not the
really?
only
I
one married.
forgot about
But
them.
Right.
yeah, don't forget about
They're
them because
forgettable.
they're not forgettable. It's Candy needs to go. Candy is got so much going on. She has used Candy Coated Nights, her brand, to make her. She wants to be an EGOT. She can do it. I don't think the show is going to get her there. But I'm over her too. Everybody's over Nene. I'm over Candy. That's just.
I get okay, Candy thing, but what about Kenya? Kenya is reality TV
Kenya
gold.
is a liar. Kenya is a liar and a shit starter. Forgive me for saying that.
Hmm.
What
But
is she?
that's what
What did she
Kenya
lie about, Nina?
Yes.
How do we know she's
Her
married?
whole life.
How do we know she's married? And all these men, she has
Exactly.
been through men that
It's a beard.
the first one that was on there, I thought, oh my God, Kenya, are you really? What was his name? I forget his name.
Walter.
Walter.
Walter. I mean,
The
beauty
truck
queen,
driver.
and you got somebody like Walter and then you had an abusive man on there. Kenya,
And
we don't
lied on
even
him.
know if you're married or not. We don't even know what's going on with you and this man.
Damn.
And then I don't know if anybody has noticed, but have y'all noticed that King? She's a beautiful woman. You can't take that from her. She's absolutely stunning. But
She
has
is.
got
yeah.
she has got her lips pumped up. If
Yep,
y'all
I
look at her
said the
top
same
lip, she
thing.
has got
Bow
her smile
ties.
is genuine. Her smile is genuine. I don't know if Botox,
It's
but
beautiful.
she's got her lips pumped. That top lip is pumped. She is gorgeous. And
She
that's
is.
probably the only thing I can say that she's probably had anything done other than her boobs. And then the woman lied about she don't wear weave. All that hang George Kenya. We know weave when we see weave.
Phaedra did say she
Nina-
went to Mexico for.
And Sharrell and the Kardashians, them plastic dolls are gonna be around. We just might as well just not even, don't tune into their show. Have you seen Kim's new commercial for her shapewear?
No.
Nobody's seen that. It comes on Bravo right after Candy's old KFC commercial. Oh my God! And that commercial they need to take that down. Please don't air that on regular TV. No.
Okay, wait. So you want them to fire
Mhm.
Candy and
Really?
Kenya?
I didn't say I wanted Kenya fired. I said Candy. Kenya is
Candy.
story making, lying, telling, deceitful. She's not a friend. Whatever adjectives that you can name is Kenya. Only good thing about Kenya is that she is absolutely stunning. No matter where she walks into a room, you're gonna turn head.
So you think that
Oh well.
Sheree is more entertaining
True.
than Kenya?
Sheree is no. She needs to go. She is not even a wife. She hasn't been a wife since she's been on there. She's been a divorcee. She has nobody's husband, and Martell don't want her. That's a storyline that's done. It's It's over. It's over. I mean,
I think Sheree needs more friends on the show. If
no,
Sheree could
Sheree.
get her friends on the show, she'd be great TV. We
She
just need
tries to
someone
bring
like
her
we
friends
don't
on the
have great
show.
chemistry. We
All
need
right, Nina.
Tries to bring
chemistry
her
and
friends, but they don't.
Real,
They don't
really quick.
last.
Really quickly, Nina.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts on Carlos King? Is he feeling a little, revenge or, status?
Well, I think Carlos King is doing Carlos King, and I'm here for him. And he's getting all the housewives over there to his show.
He really
He's getting
is.
them talking. You know what I'm saying? And I think it is revenge because he was a producer on RHOA. I think it is revenge, and I hope he get all that he can get, and I hope he shut Andy Cohen down. I hope he be the next big reality
Yeah.
boost. I really do. I'm sick of Andy Cohen. He needs somebody else to do whatever that show. I forget because I
what?
don't watch
It's
that
his
stuff.
show.
Watch What Happens Live. Let somebody else do it. I'm
I
tired of seeing Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen. If Andy Cohen goes, maybe the Housewives can be a little bit better because he has too much control over them and what they say.
Well, one thing is
well,
true.
it's his show.
You're gonna speak your mind, okay? You are
Well,
not.
it might be his show, but it's people over him. Remember, when you're the boss, you're not always the boss because he can get fired
Yeah.
too. There is a board of directors somewhere looking at him.
Wait, hold on. You think Andy needs to go too?
Oh God, I wish Andy should have been gone years ago. He should have been gone years ago. Let somebody else come in. New faces. I just
No, I
don't
don't like new
discount.
faces.
Don't discount RHOA though. I think RHOA is it started out as one of the best Housewives franchises.
If they don't want
ever.
me to discount them, Nina, they got to pick it up because this is not going to work.
They got to get rid of Sheree. They got to get rid of Candy and let Kenya go ahead and keep her throne because she could carry this show. If not Kim cannot carry this show. If they bring Nene back, it'll be it. Now Nene will stir it up. Nene will bring a storyline. Nene has a storyline.
I think she can carry the show, Kim. No, but she can definitely add a spice to the show and the storyline.
Her cigarette smoking self and why nobody wants to see her.
I want to see drunk, and I want to see Sweetie, and I want to see how she.
So when she did Sweetie wrong,
stop, AJ.
I want to see it all.
No,
all right.
Sweetie gone.
Mm-hmm.
Nina, you are one of a kind. I love you to death. Thank you so much. I love you.
I love you. You can drop me and let somebody come up. I just wanted to talk about that.
Thank you, Nina. It's always a pleasure. Take care.
Yes.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you guys, we're going to speed this up because I got 6 minutes. Julius, sound off really quickly.
I think the whole thing between Kim and Kroy is a publicity stunt. I don't think that they're divorcing. I think it's all for a publicity stunt just to have some kind of story.
You think the divorce is fake too?
Yep.
But we've seen court papers.
I mean, it could be real, but at the same time, I feel like it's for a publicity stunt because it's like they throw in daggers and accusations at one another. Like, what do we know? Who's telling the truth with what? All we know really is hearsay.
That this is true. This is true. I'm doing a speed round. Melissa, can you sound off really quickly?
Which one? What? Which one do you want me to start off with? Okay, so Kim. Let me start. Kim Kardashian. Earlier when Miss V was on, I strongly disagreed with her for real, and the reason being is that yes, the Kardashians, they are ride or die for their men, no matter what. I mean, look at Khloe right now. So I feel like, yes, Kanye may know their secrets, and he's probably, and when he's high and drunk or when he has a mental breakdown, he does air out their dirty laundry. So with that being said, I think because one day these children will hear everything that's going on about their dad. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Kim wants to be responsible for that. She wants to shield her children. She loves her kids. Mm-hmm. You can see it.
That's how I feel. But a lot of people, they're not feeling the Kardashians.
And it's okay if they're not feeling them. It doesn't matter. They don't care. But they care about
their kids. The Kardashians steal from Black culture?
No, I don't think so.
You don't?
What?
No, I don't.
What?
Huh?
What? Of course.
How, how
Or
come
I
you
mean, they
don't
would be
think that?
black if they could choose.
I I don't know. I think that they are. I think that they're proud of who they are. I don't see that. And
Armenian?
I know that they. I know that their children are black, and they realize that.
Mhm.
Um.
Oh, you're saying they know that their children are black, so they might do certain things to bring the culture to the children,
Exactly. So
like braiding their hair.
yeah. So
They
and
did that before.
way like when Kylie had her kids, like she went out of her way to learn how to do black hair.
Mhm.
Like for me, my mother is white. My mother did not do that whatsoever. So she didn't learn anything. So
Do you know how to braid your hair?
no, girl, no,
You still don't? Oh, okay.
still don't. But but I am blessed with the hair that I have. So I have
Is
to
that your picture?
yes,
Very pretty. Go ahead.
thank you.
Oh, and there's your dog.
But I'm just saying. So long story short, as far as like she's just protecting her kids. But I do think North is bad as hell.
Damn. All right. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Opinion, sound off really quickly.
Kim been a miss since she been on the show. I do not want her back. Okay, I don't want her on none of my TV screens. Like I do not. I feel like Kim is racist, and I'm sorry.
Ho, ho,
Don't
ho, ho,
believe
ho,
it.
ho, ho. You just said a very important statement. You feel that Kim Zolciak is racist?
Yes, I do.
You Kim or Kroy?
Kim.
Why
You
do you
remember
think
when she
Kim?
came? You remember when Deshaun, the first season, when Deshaun said we were gonna have a barbecue, and Kim said, "I don't want to go over there and eat chicken." Like,
Right?
let me. Then when she went to Nene house in that season, she was like, "Ooh, I don't want to go over there and see them roaches." When
Is
Candy
that
first got
shade?
her house, she was up there talking about, "Ooh, I don't want to go to the hood. Don't you got to lock your doors and stuff?"
Wait, hold
Kim
on.
is
Is it shade or is it racism?
When
Is it
no,
shade?
it's
yeah, me,
racist. When
That's
me
if
that's
you put all
racist.
me
those facts
said,
together,
me said
like
she's
if
ignorant.
when you put all
That's what
those facts
she said.
together, she still may be ignorant, but it's a side of racism in there. I mean, and think
No,
about the
Miss
way she
Derek
treated
said as
Sweetie.
well she's not racist.
Think about
Remember
the way
Hold
Miss
on.
she
Okay,
Derek?
let
treated.
her
She
finish.
said,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Think about the way she treated Sweetie for all those years. Sweetie was doing everything for her. Like she talked down to that girl like she was like the scum on her shoe. No, I don't buy it for 1 minute. That girl, I'm telling you, she's vile. Okay, and Croy has been her sober driver ever since he got married to her. Okay, he done let go of his family and everything. You remember when he had to drive her to see Sharrell and she still had that red cup in her hand going in the restaurant? Like Kim is hillbilly, okay?
Okay, whoa, you said a lot. You think she's a hillbilly? Listen, you can't make Kroy do something he doesn't want to do. So doesn't he deserve half of the responsibility for this marriage being what it is?
Cora was I don't know what he was. He was something merized by her. Okay, like Cora lost all he lost all his good senses. Okay, when he met that girl, he left his parents alone and everything. They tell you that man lost everything for her. Okay, he
yeah.
even let her spend all his money. He
You
had
can't.
money
Hmm.
saved up when he got out. When he got out of the NFL career, he had money still saved up. He was talking about how much money he had, and she was like, "Yeah, she spent that man money up. Now that it's gone, she ready to divorce him."
Opinion. Kroy chose not to talk to his own family. He deserves some of the responsibility. You can't
Yeah,
tell
but
me not to my
yeah, but
turn.
we all know Croy is soft and spoken and everything. Like he used to do everything his mom and daddy said till she met the Kim. Kim is toxic. Okay,
Yeah, but
Kim wrecked
stop blaming the
everybody's life.
woman. Let's
Kim go around
50-50.
sleeping with married
We're
men
blaming the
for
women
money.
too much. We're blaming
Damn.
the
I'd like to
women
say
too
something
much.
about this
She's
Kim
got a
and Kroy
brain.
situation. I'd love to say something about this Kim and Kroy situation.
Yeah, sound off, Sebastian, and we'll end with you. Go ahead.
Okay, Kim, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but the thing
Uh-oh.
is, that's exactly why people go get evaluated for 48 hours is to be seen by one to dictate if they do have certain conditions. Kim definitely needs to check in. Kroy, I'm just gonna say this. Kroy is Kim's puppet. Was Kim's puppet. He's had enough and he can't do anything. Kim has controlled that man, made that man give her all these kids who are so disrespectful on national TV. It's just a problem. It's a problem. It really
Mm,
is.
Corey might be racist too, because if his family's from Montana, then good
I'm
lord.
not gonna fully say that. I'm not gonna fully say Kroy is racist. But I'm not even Kim has said worse things than Ramona Singer, and we call Ramona Singer a racist, but we don't call Kim a racist. Come on now. Kim has said worse things than Ramona Singer on national TV.
Okay,
Yeah. Well,
but
she had
still,
Nene and Derek.
you guys are blaming
Derek
Kim for
J.
everything.
But the
Kroy
thing is
has
also Nene
Good
Leaks.
people.
I'm gonna have to bring this to Nene because Lisa Wu touched up on this situation. If Kim was so racist as Nene makes it seem like, Nene wouldn't be begging for Kim to come back on RHOA multiple times.
Exactly. Yes.
that's true.
And
She is,
Derek J as well.
Nene knew
Derek J is
that
defending her.
together they was TV gold. That's the only reason why Nene
And
advocated
Candy
for
as
that
well
girl.
said she's not
But we
racist.
all knew
So
deep down inside, if you were watching that show, you knew deep down inside it was stuff that she would say all the time that was like anti
It
to
was
black
very
people. Like
yeah,
problematic.
just yeah.
undertone.
It
And
was
it's like
very,
it's
and the
Yeah, you're right.
reunion
the
sealed it for me.
fact that Andy never stepped in and said, "Hey, this is wrong," or "You
That
shouldn't say this
part.
on national
Unconscious
TV,"
bias.
and he kept on giving her shows after that and
Yeah.
this and that. He made it seem like it was normal. He made those girls have to film with her because
Yeah.
they felt like
Yeah.
they didn't have nowhere else to go. So when Nene started talking about it, then that's when he wants to he fire her and everything. Man, stop. I'm
you
so
don't
over Andy Cohen too.
you don't like the way Andy Cohen treated Nene and the way
I
he
don't like the
praised
way
her.
Andy Cohen handled none of this. Like,
That's right.
forget that because people argued for a long time. They didn't like to see Kim the way she treated uh,
Sweetie.
um Sweetie on that show. They
Yeah.
also complained about her calling people houses roaches and stuff. And then she talking about some locking the doors to go into the hood for Candy house. Now we all know Candy got some money, okay? Any house she move into,
Right,
it ain't gonna be in the hood. Like
right. Yeah, why did she throw shade at Candy
Mhm.
like that? She was jealous. She
Jealous.
was jealous.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. I gotta end this here. Good topics today. Thank you guys for coming in, giving your opinion. Tomorrow we got a good show, right? Would you say opinion for tomorrow? It's gonna be good. It's gonna be controversial. So
Can't
yeah,
wait.
it's gonna be crazy. I want to thank everyone for your
What
super
is
chat.
it?
Hmm?
What is the show
Oh,
tomorrow?
I'll
What you do?
email you when around the
Oh,
same time. Around the same time. Hopefully, it'll be pretty
okay.
good. All right, thanks everybody for the super chat. You don't have to support the channel, but you do, so I really appreciate it. Everyone, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. And on 3, let's say bye, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a